Coming to paperback and e-readers this April, Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door must take on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess in paperback and e-readers this April.
Hi everyone, it's Shawn here, and I'm doing another comic review video. Now, I've received several comics from Kickstarters that I put pledges on over the last year, and I've had to take some time to read all of those comics I received in my emails because I bought a lot of digitals, and I'm still waiting for some paper ones to come in. But I wanted to start doing some reviews of those comics so that fans of African American fantasy and science fiction can find some of these great titles online. And one of the best ones I have read so far is Nani. Now, this Nani story follows these two sisters as they enter a world of African mythology and folklore. And the creators here do a great job of showing us how fantastic African mythology and folklore are in this story, making it fresh and contemporary for the new reader and making a lot of these myths and legends fun to go out here and read. So Nani is a really great comic, and I'm going to just show you a couple of pages of it because I want you to see how really solid this comic is. Now, Nani starts out with some introductory footage of these hyena men, which is a African take on the werewolf. And as this goes on, we see that this hyena man is a very dangerous individual because he was presented as very dangerous in African folklore. So this is a great introduction to the mythology and the folklore. And after that, we get an introduction to the sisters who are in a karate class, and they are about to get ready to leave that class. And that's where they get into the first part of danger because Pookie and Ray Ray here have some nefarious plans for these two sisters. And because they have these nefarious plans for these two sisters, what happens is they wind up getting into a situation where we see that these sisters are more than meets the eye. So Pookie and Ray Ray here, they plan to drive these girls off somewhere and kidnap them for a ransom. But that's when the story really starts to show a major twist, because after these girls fight back, they then transport these Pookie and Ray Ray to this fantastic world where we see all of this African culture and African folklore. Now, I definitely don't want to spoil this comic for readers because this graphic novel is absolutely fantastic and features some incredibly beautiful art, all while showing us how great African mythology is. So I don't really want to sit here and spoil what I believe, again, is one of the best graphic novels of 2021. There was just so much beautiful artwork here and just compelling storytelling in this graphic novel, and I just don't want to spoil it for readers who would experience this book, because this is a book you definitely want to experience. I mean, if you love African American fantasy like I do, you definitely want to really experience this comic, and you really want to experience it without a lot of spoilers, because the writers here have gone extensively into African mythology and really done a great job of bringing out that mythology and making it fresh and contemporary for new readers. So this is as far as I'm going to go, because I don't really want to, take away from these creators all the beautiful work they have done on this comic. I don't want to take away from any of that. I want you to go out here, pick this book up, and experience it for yourself. I want you to go out here and really get a real good look at this book, because this is one that I would recommend you go out here and give your kids. I would recommend you give it to your family. This is a really, again, a great all ages book for younger readers that would really, I believe, benefit a lot of young brothers and sisters in giving them a positive image of Black womanhood, Black manhood, Black mythology, and African mythology. And it's something that I definitely don't want to spoil for you. So after reading both volumes of Nani that I got on, I think it was a Kickstarter, I was floored with the great storytelling, the great art, the extensive research done into African mythology. I was just extremely impressed with this book, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I want you to go out here and experience it. I want you to go out here and really just get this book, especially a paper version, and hold it in your hand. I mean, I was happy to go out here and put in a pledge on this book and get both volumes in the digital version. And if they ever come out with a paper version to continue this story, I'm going to go out here, and if they do a crowdfunding project, I'm going to put in for that project as soon as possible, because I really want to see this story continued, and I really want to see these creators continue to go on. This is what I want to see in African American fantasy, and this is what I want to see really put on a movie screen or a TV screen, because everything here would make a fantastic TV series about these two girls going to this fantasy land, which is based on African mythology. And really, it would be a great TV series that would show us, how great African mythology is, and show us African American heroes and heroines. And it would be something I would think would make a great TV or movie series. So I, again, highly recommend Nani, and I highly recommend you go pick this one up. You will definitely not be disappointed by this book or the story. And it's one that I believe, again, is one of the best of 2021. Now, if you want to pick up my first comic that I did with Bill Walko, Esteem No Good Deed, you can find that comic on Amazon.com for 99 cents, and you can get the first look at the first SJS Direct comic. And I hope to have the next SJS Direct comic, John Haynes at Death's Door, available soon. And if you want to pick up some of my other titles as related to prose novels like the Isis series, the Esteem series, the John Haynes series, or books like the Spinsterella trilogy, you can find all of those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more reviews of great Black fantasy, comics, and science fiction material, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App, so I can have the funds to keep putting in pledges to support great Black comic creators like those who made Nani. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available on Kindle, Esteem No Good Deed. The Devilish Diva scares some stick-up kids straight in this action-packed Esteem series comic. Get Esteem No Good Deed on Kindle for 99 cents today.